Hello Taurus, welcome to your bonus reading for the third week of June. We are going to look at some of your shadow side. We do have a full moon coming up this week, and with full moons, that is when you want to look at your shadow side so that you can release it with the help of the full moon. I am going to use the 13 tarot deck. This gives me complete shady vibes. Right now, because this is being recorded on the 20th of June, we are currently in a moon phase in which the moon is in deep, watery Scorpio. Currently, your leading competitor for who wins the June monthly bonus readings. Having the moon in Scorpio, emotions are a little bit higher, emotions are coming up to the surface, and the moon wants us to go in, dig deep, and look at the emotions that need to be brought to the surface so they can be released. Now on Monday, the 21st of June is when the sun moves into the sign of Cancer. So we do get that 1-2 punch of having that watery emotional energy coming up to the surface. So what does Taurus need to work on to release on the full moon on Thursday, June 24th? Now, for those of you who follow anything with the moon cycles, this is going to be a super full moon, and it is the last of 4 in a row. So there's a bit of an extra punch with this full moon. And the full moon will be in the sign of Capricorn, which is an earth sign. It's a worker, so it wants you to do the heavy lifting with its help, and the moon will be at its fullest at 2:39 p.m. Standard Eastern Time. Now, Standard Eastern Time Zone is Toronto and New York time zones. Let's see if we can get anything else. You do have your own energy coming through here with a couple of Pentacles cards. Let's see, is there anything else? Okay, off the bottom of the deck, what is it that you need to, that you have a little bit of a shadow side about, and that maybe going in and looking at so you can release these aspects to help bring in more positive aspects? That's your shadow side. Your shadow side is the dark side that you keep hidden that nobody sees, or at least you think nobody sees. Off the bottom of the deck, the energy is the Ace of Cups. So you're blocking yourself by not dealing with your emotions, Taurus. This is water energy, so this is the perfect time to be dealing with anything cups related, emotions related. Give it up to the earth full moon, or the full moon in Capricorn, on Thursday. And what I mean by that is you can do something very simple. Write it all out. What is blocking you? Why? Why do you keep repeating certain cycles when it comes to trying to call in new love? And you can apply this to any of the cards that we're going to talk about here. Write it all out. Speak it to the moon. You don't have to. You can leave your writings out underneath the full moon so that it can be released either on the full moon or after. The moon will be in Capricorn until, I believe, okay, I don't have it written down, but it does move out of the sign of Capricorn, I believe, late on Saturday. So you can do your releasing anytime afterwards. But when you release it, you can either speak it, you can read your letter out loud to the moon, you can rip it up, you can burn it, you can do all three. Sometimes just writing it out is good enough. But check and see what you are holding back emotionally that is blocking you. You've got the Judgment card on the bottom. It's stopping you from getting into a new cycle or ending the cycle. You're not taking the action with the Judgment card, and it's stopping any new cycles from beginning or starting. And you do want the Ace of Cups coming in, but you're blocking yourself by not addressing your emotions. Now you do have the High Priestess here as another card. So part of your shadow side, guess what? The High Priestess, that's actually key words for her. Secrets, shadow side, very spiritual, watery energy as well. I do get a bit of a feel here that your emotions and expressing them might be a difficult thing for you, and you got to go in and see what you're keeping secret and why. With the High Priestess, the Four of Pentacles, there's something that whatever this is that you are keeping hidden, you're not letting it go. How do you let it go? Doing that moon ritual I just described is a good way. If you need to speak to somebody more professional, I recommend at least trying it if you haven't already. We have the Knave of Cups, and the Knave, woo! The Knave is the Page. Again, you're afraid to give up your emotions and anything that you have an emotional attachment to. Here is your earth energy coming in, Taurus, with the Knight of Pentacles. Your shadow side involving this, it's not that you're afraid to do the work or be in it for the long haul. So this one is a bit of a tough one. This is a puzzle. I may have to get a clarifying card. And it may be that for your shadow side, that you're afraid of letting a project go when it's time to let it go. You want to keep working at something, whether it's a relationship, a project, a job. You're too stubborn to let it go. You're too stubborn to be the one to say, hey, you know what, this isn't working. And you have to let it go. You don't have to stick around and see everything to the end. You can pass off things that no longer fit your situation. Here's more earth energy with the Hierophant. Now the Hierophant, the wise one, the spiritual leader, the mentor. Where your shadow side with this is that you may not want to be the mentor. You'd rather be a lot more free. You don't want to be the one that everybody comes running to with their problems, because they expect you to be a constant source of support, and you're committed. There is absolutely zero. With these two back to back, there's no lack of commitment here. You're willing to do the work. It's just, when do you let go? And if you're hanging on because of your spiritual beliefs, you have to ask yourself, is that a good enough reason to stay committed to something that doesn't deserve your commitment? Now with the Star card, you've given up on your hopes and dreams. And this is where the Hierophant energy comes back in again, and a little bit of the High Priestess. This is a major arcana card, card of Aquarius, often speaks about balance. So something is out of balance, and it's something that you're keeping a secret. And it could be that you've had to stifle your hopes and dreams for yourself because you've been committed to something for the long haul, and it no longer is your hopes and dreams. This is not what you wished for. Yeah, in your home. This is Taurus. Why do these readings keep turning into relationship and love readings? Four of Wands is talking about stability within your home. So what you initially thought and committed to, I do love how these come together in the end. What you were committed to and what you thought was something that was going to bring you a bunch of stability within your home, your love life. It's not working anymore, and you have to let it go in order to move forward. And you could be not wanting to let it go because there's something you are keeping secret or the other party is keeping secret that you don't want to come out. But you have to let it go so that you can enjoy a little bit more of a lighter, more youthful feeling when it comes to a potential new start in your love life. But you've got to make that decision. I'm just going to run down. Is the comfort of your home the way it is it really comfortable? You're conflicted about it. There's a lot of conflict. There's a lot of conflict about you taking action or not, staying committed and working on this home life that you hoped and wished for, or at least that's what you thought you were getting was your hopes, wishes, and dreams, and it is not. And now you have to look at your spiritual beliefs and see if that is the only common thread that you have, or if it's time to let it go. With the Knave of Swords, you're not sure, you're not confident in what route of action to take. Well, have no fear, Taurus. Should you fail to take action out of fear of being judged, you're going to get that Tower moment. And the Tower moment, sorry, I had to make sure the card was in the right way. Tower moment, it's going to come in and shake your foundation. So your secret may be revealed, or the other person's secret may be revealed. I won't be surprised if we see a 3 of Cups coming in here. 5 of Cups, grief, loss, and sorrow. What did I say about the 3 of Cups? There it is on the bottom of the deck. This is the secret. There is a potential third-party situation, and I do believe, Taurus, we had this card come out for you last week as well, and in your love reading. Whoever is the third party in this situation, the secret's coming out, whether it is you who is in the extramarital affair, because I'm totally getting that vibe. You don't want to back out of this relationship because you are likely married, and that would mean having to go through divorce, but that may go against your religious beliefs. You're feeling very conflicted about what action to take for fear of judgment, but don't you worry. You're not going to be the one being judged when that Tower moment hits and that secret gets revealed about this affair. This card has come out in this situation for you, Taurus, for every single one of these. Okay. Getting a little bit of a feel here as to why you've got some hesitations here. Knight of Swords, you want this situation to just come to a screeching halt and to an end, and it might. You're feeling a lot of lack here, and it's a lack of love and nurturing. Don't worry, you're about to be single with this 9 of Pentacles here, which is the single, independent, usually wealthy woman, and that may come in the judgment when your court case is over. 10 of Swords, the end of a painful cycle. You have to clear all of this out. Be patient while things balance out, because a Knight of Cups, it's an offer, really. It's just an offer that is going to help you fill your cups, and this could be a settlement as well. It doesn't have to be your actual knight in shining armor coming in on its steed, because there is a new opportunity that is going to come rushing in that you have been manifesting and wishing and creating. You're creating your out to this, and the Tower moment is when things get exposed, and you're going to have to make some very quick decisions You may not like all of the initial offers that come up on the table, but know that your hard work is going to pay off and you are starting to see the results, and you will be by the time that all of this energy moves through. We have Death card and the Devil card, and I know for a fact we had a little chat, Taurus, about somebody who might be in a relationship with somebody who is abusive or has addictions, or you have addictions. There's an end coming to it with the Death card. End of a cycle is here. Even though you cannot see your way, you feel trapped in this union. There's the Lover's card. You're feeling trapped in this Lover's card energy. So whether that is just a workplace situation that you felt very bonded and committed to, or it is an actual relationship, I do strongly feel that this is a love reading yet again for you, Taurus. Time to get your love life together, okay? Get your shit together, Taurus. You are the kind of person that people want to be in a relationship with because you are hardworking, you are willing to stick it out through the tough times, but at the same time, you're so committed to the cause that when things start to go bad or go sideways, you're not really willing to put it aside and walk away from it. And we do have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. You're no longer willing to nurture and feed into this. Just don't get caught up in the drama. Let the drama play out with the other halves, or the other half in the third party. You let them sit in the bed that they made and their drama. You do have abundance. It's going to take a lot of strength. Three of Wands again. It's going to take a lot of strength to get through it. There is still more wading through mud to get through, but it's not waiting for the other shoe to drop or waiting for the situation to happen. It's happening. And if it isn't happening now, it's going to be happening very, very soon. Let's pull a couple of abundance cards for you. This is the Divine Abundance. So let's get a few cards for Taurus, please. All right, anything else? Okay. All right, companionship. I'll let you read the bottom here. I can't quite read these cards backwards due to the kind of scrolly handwriting on it. But giving someone your complete presence is an astonishing gift. Okay, this goes back completely to the tarot portion. You're giving so much to somebody else, but you're not getting anything in return. You have divine love coming in. This is love from the divine. I'm not going to read it word for word simply because it does have some religious implications. If you are a believer, sorry, my foot is completely numb. If you are a believer in God, then it may apply as is. If not, turn to your higher power and get them to help you out with the divine love. When you offer everything to the divine with detachment, you begin a love affair with spirit. So if you're a spiritual, call in the help of spirit, get the love from them. And the final card, I'll read it before I show it to you. Sometimes surrender is painful. The higher power, cutting away all that needs to go, illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. And we literally just spoke about that with the devil energy. Quick note to point out before we end this is that Neptune, the planet of illusions, does go retrograde on the 25th of June, so the end of this week. And that is going to help start us to get a lot of clarity and start seeing the illusions that maybe others have put in place for us, or we have put in place, because it is easier to look at things a difficult situation with rose-colored glasses, because to see what you've been sacrificing all along and not having it be reciprocated is a pretty difficult thing. But once you get that clarity and you can see exactly what's going on, you'll know exactly how to take charge of the situation or start taking action in the situation. And sometimes you do have to sacrifice what you thought was a good thing that you were working on was your hopes and dreams, but it no longer is due to the illusions, obsessions, and addictions. Whether it's yours or the other half, I do strongly feel that this is more the other half, because even though you are super committed, you're the one who stays for too long because you just want to keep working on things. It might feel like a sacrifice, and yes, sacrifices can be painful at first, but know that once you do the cutting away of what no longer serves, you're sacrificing those things that no longer serve so that you can have that companionship, that divine love from the source. And that divine love can also come from the self. Outrageous openness. Dear love, open me to your will, surrender and release me from my attachments. Surprise and delight me with your plan. You know what's needed, and I am open to receive. So be open to receive, but you have to let go of something that once was. It may seem like a sacrifice to do so, but sometimes you need to sacrifice the dead parts, the dead weight. I'm sorry if I just called your other half dead weight, but that's really kind of how they're coming across, how their energy is feeling to me, is like it's really heavy, really dead weight, and it's time to sacrifice that so that you can move on and be free and find that divine love. So I am going to leave it here. And yet, once again, Taurus, this is a love reading, even though it's supposed to be about releasing your shadow side. Please, if you are in that type of relationship where it is abusive or there are addictions, if they're not willing to get the help to change, please release yourself from that situation. There are plenty of resources out there for you. Lean on your family and friends, and I will talk to you next week for your final bonus reading. And that final bonus reading is going to be about your money and career. I will make it about your money and career, and it will be for the following 4 weeks. So it will carry into July. Purposely do that so you get a little bit of an extra reading. It's a bit of a bonus and a reading that goes more into July instead of just being for that week that is happening. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up, hit that notification bell over here so you know when I release these bonus readings, as well as any other bonus ones. I've already got an extra reading for the summer solstice that is being uploaded as we speak. So you want to have that notification bell hit so you know when new videos are released. And don't forget, I do personal readings. So please feel free to contact me, send me a message, and we can talk about a personal reading. So I'm going to leave it here, and I'll talk to you next week.